Into it and share my screen. We do have lots of projects to go through, resumes, profiles, and we have lots of green squares to get all of you. So thank you so much all for tuning in early. Kunal, Ison, hopefully I pronounced that right. Ison, I think I remember. Tomorrow on our community call, you have to correct me on how to pronounce that. Awesome to have you here. Rohan, Adesh, Minal, hopefully I pronounced that right too as well. Kawalia, awesome to have you all here. I'm super excited, and we've got a big queue to get through. Like let me show you. If I show you, go to the support repo, and we go to issues, you all know where this is. Live stream review. We do have like 4 pages, so we need to, Eddie, I need to focus. I need to get through this. I'm gonna get your help to make sure that we give some awesome feedback to these projects, and so we get through them fast. And you can get all lots of green squares as we go through it. You're not late. You're not late, Karina. Awesome to have you here. Hope you're doing well. Hope your week's gone well. No, I started a few minutes early. People were here, so I thought let's just start early. Shivam, Khalid, awesome to have you all here. Love it that you all welcome each other in the chat. It makes me so happy. So thank you so much. Okay, well, let's just jump straight into it. I think, we're close to 4 pages on this one. So if anyone creates any new ones, we will bump to 5. So let's try and keep it to 4 pages. This is my project. Okay, we're going to leave that one. Data science mashup. Let's have a quick look. This is from Jay. Go straight into this. So, any suggestions 7 days ago? Okay, we're going to review it now, and we're gonna get you some suggestions. Let's have a look. We don't have Ready Eddie today. We don't. Nick is on a Twitter space, and so we could do it in a bit. I just want to get through a few of these as quick as possible. I'm getting a bit behind. So yes, if anyone wants to really talk on Radio Eddie, maybe for the second half, we can get people to share their profiles in the GitHub chat, and we can get Radio Eddie going then as well. But let's see how we get on, if I can focus on this. And with your help, I know we're going to get through lots of these. Link, yes, Rohan, thank you so much for reminding me. Vamsi, long time, awesome to have you here. How are you getting on? Okay, so here's the link to the issue that I want to look at, and I've opened the open source project. I'm just going to make a note here for the first one for today's live stream, reviewed on live stream, and we'll put a link to the live stream. Okay, let's have a look. I'm sure you've all had a quick look at it before me. How does it look? Let's see. Let's just jump straight in. So what are your first impressions on this project? What do you all think? Let me know in the chat. I do see 1 branch. That sounds good. No tags. Over 1,000 commits and no tags or releases. Makes me a little bit nervous. We do have issues. We do have pull requests. That's looking good. It's got a description. Nice. Topics. Probably too many topics, I would say. Just takes up a lot of real estate. Not the end of the world, just I guess a personal preference. No packages, which is fine, but probably should hide it if they're not going to use that. Definitely hide what you're not using. Wow, there's a lot of files here, or folders, I should say. What do you think? Yeah, Tom agrees with me. No release as well. You look tired. Had a busy week. Yes, it has been quite a busy week with the whole move to Portugal in 2 weeks. 2 weeks tomorrow. 2 weeks Sunday. Just have so much admin. So yeah, it's really kept me busy. I don't feel I've geeked out with all of you enough this week, so my apologies. But I have been thinking about all of you. I have been looking in the Discord chat and seeing what you've all been up to. And it's just great to see that. Another thing I notice is it's not consistent naming convention. So underscore here, hyphen here, spaces over here. Let me make some notes before I forget. And remember, for each item I raise here, you all can raise an actual issue and get the green square. Vamsi, thank you so much for that. Request petition for lunchtime chill streams. Oh yes, you remember. That must have been like a year ago where we did lunchtime chill streams for like 1 hour. It was a hard 1 hour, 1 till 2. UK time, so BST. It was like just a solid hour, but we limited it to an hour. That was always good fun. Did it every day for a month. Maybe not every day. Maybe we could try and fit another one in. Thank you so much for the super chat. I should bring that up on the screen. Let's bring that up on the screen. Pretty sure I can, Ramsey. That was awesome. Really appreciate it. Should be up here now. There we go. Cool. Let me make some notes before I forget. I already forgot what I was going to say. Potentially, I know you could group folders, just like Koalia said. Potentially group folders together into subfolders. And also, folder naming convention is inconsistent. Some are spaces, some... Whoa! People are creating stuff. That's awesome. Love it. Leave comments. That's awesome. Some are spaces, some have a hyphen, and others with underscore. Just be consistent. Whatever you want to do in your project's fine. Just be consistent. Looks great. Over 1K of commits. But suggest creating some releases. There we go. But it looks good, 37 contributors. I think it does look like a good project. I don't want to be negative or anything like that. I think it does look good. What was the lunchtime chill stream? Yeah, every day, 1 till 2 BST, we just hung out and chatted really on the live stream. Well, I live streamed and people chatted in the chat. And sometimes we would review projects. Some people would ask me questions. It was just chill. Did it every day, Monday to Friday. That was, a year ago when the whole pandemic started. Still not fixed the chat for displaying my face. Oh, yes, you're right. With the overlay. Yeah. Okay, maybe when I do the overlay, I give this view and I can turn around and I can wave. And then hopefully my face won't be blocked. No, I still need to sort that out. I can put it to the side, potentially, as well. The tags are repeating. Oh, really? Are they repeated? Data science. I think they are slightly different. They are unique. But even projects, I don't know if that's a useful tag that someone would search for. I personally wouldn't, because that could be so generic. And same Python, maybe. But the more specific, the better. A bit like hashtags, right? You wouldn't put hashtag that was I don't know. I can't think of one. But if you think of any, leave it in the chat below. Alex, how you doing? How are the exams going? Have you finished your exams yet? I think you got so many exams. Thank you so much for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And don't forget, Alex, we've got our sponsors call tomorrow, 5 p.m. BST time. So if you can join, it'll be great to see you there. That's before our community call. So it's sponsors call 5 till 6 BST, and then our community call 6 till 7:30 afterwards. Hey, Alex, the super chat mod. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Chevet, Nightbot removed your message because you wrote it all in capitals. There's no need to shout. We're all friends here. So you can ask your question again, put it all in lowercase. Okay. Cool. Let's see. Right. Everyone watching, we've got over 20 people and we've got only 10 likes. Give this video a thumbs up. Really helps support the channel. I promise you, it won't cost you a thing. Actually, I didn't put the timer on. Next repo, we put a timer on. Got a little animated timer. I forgot. So Rohan reminded me to copy the link of the issue, but someone else forgot to remind me about the timer. So what else? Let's look at the README once we get down to the README. Wow, that's long. That's very, very long. Okay, it looks good. I like it. It looks like they thought about the README. They thought about the description. I think they've definitely thought it through. I do like it. License, contributors. And I recognize some faces here as well. So this looks cool. I think it looks good. I think it's a very good project. I haven't dug into the details. Let's just go to insights and community, just to see if there's anything I missed. Issue template's not there. Pull request template not there. Not the end of the world. I think the important stuff, README, code of conduct, those are done. So yeah, no, I think it looks good. So Jay, if you're watching this, it looks good. Looks great. Some thoughts. Okay, let's move on to the next one. I'm sure that'll be more than 4 minutes. Like I said, I haven't timed it this one, but let's... remember, all of you, you can raise issues for these and get some green squares. Let's move on to the next one. Next one, we have... What do we have next? Adashar, we have next. This is an open source project again. There's Tom has already got there like quite a while ago. Well done, Tom. Love it. Nothing to complain. Oh, I could learn a lot probably from this one as well. Let's have a look. So let me just paste that in, and let's have a look at the repo. I'm excited to look at this one. What do you all think? I want to leave it open. Let me know what your thoughts are in the chat while I catch up on the chat that I missed. Kawalia has lots of questions for me. Wow. Okay. Cool. I like questions. So that's good. Well, I have missed some messages. My bad. Vamsy, where's my hat? I cut my hair instead. It's easier than wearing a cap. And then with my whole setup, I don't get so hot with all these lights on. But I do need to cut my hair again. It's getting a bit long. Alex has got 3 exams to go. Everyone wish Alex the best of luck. I know Alex is going to kick ass and it's all going to be fine. Can I say ass on a live stream? Alex is going to do awesome. I don't know if I can say that. YouTube, don't ban me. But looking forward. When's your last exam, Alex? So we'll know that you're kind of, have some more free time and back geeking out with us. Wish the world existed without exams. Yeah, I agree with that. How to make my repo reviewed. You need to raise an issue on our support repo and type review. Here you go. I shared a link in the chat. There's different types of reviews: portfolio, profile, and open source project. I didn't set the timer. Let me put the timer on, and I didn't share a link to the issue. My bad. Okay, I'm sure someone's reminded me. Let's have a look. Karuna says, I forgot my questions. What? Don't forget. Oh, Koali did say link. My bad. No one said timer though, but I've got the timer going. See the blue bar along the bottom. There we go. There'll be a number, 1 minute for last minute countdown with some sound effects, I think. Let me see if I can just turn that on. Hopefully without breaking anything. You should have some sound effects. Right, Eddie, let's get going. Okay. Oh, I like what I see. Conventional changelog. Oh, releases. This is looking great. Oh, yes. Conventional changelog. Oh, I see Tom has contributed as well. Nice. Okay. Have we got the releases? Changelogs in the releases. Really, really nice. Okay, this is great. It's got description. It's got a link to the NPM package. It's got some tags. It's got a license. This is looking really, really good. 2 branches. That's good. So it's not too many. Are issues used? Oh, issues aren't used. That's one thing I would definitely suggest. So let's put a comment in and say suggest using issues. It's a great way to get people involved and discovering the project, right? Because if people say, how can I discover the project from issues? When people search for issues, if you haven't got any issues, they can't find your issues. So yeah, having issues with the right labels is really important. Using issues with labels. There we go. Okay, well, pull requests. There have been some pull requests. Okay, that's good. No projects. Well, they're not going to use a project board really without issues. So, okay. I suggest they hide the wiki if they're not using it. They're not using the wiki. If not using the wiki, suggest hiding. And they're not using packages. Okay, so suggest hiding that as well. If not using packages, suggest hiding. Okay, keep the repo nice and clean. Let's go down to the README. This looks really good. I've got to agree with Tom here. This does look good. You can't see the blue bar. Oh, really? You sure? Like, the blue bar was like, oh, I've moved it now. Now I've put this camera on, it disappeared. You can't see the blue bar? Aditya, drop in, say hi, I have an exam tomorrow, can't stick around. Good luck with your exam. You just hurt my stats for dropping in and leaving. Thank you so much for dropping in, but that hurts my stats. I need like longer watch time. Just mute us and leave us in the background. It helped my stats. Thank you. And good luck with your exam tomorrow. I said it twice. I know. I don't usually swear, although that's not quite swearing. It's kind of like on the fence, but because I don't usually swear, I didn't mask it very well. No blue bar, no timer. Really? You don't see like 40 seconds, like in that corner, like 35 seconds now, 34, 33. Like you should see blue bar, and then blue bar disappears in the big numbers. According to me, it is being displayed. I don't know. I busted it already. Oh, you can see it now. Okay. Kiwali, are you pulling my leg? Some people say you can see it, some people say you can't. I've only got 10 seconds to review this. Let me have a quickly continue, then we'll talk about the timer afterwards. Okay. Documentation. Oh, nice. Where does this go? Does it go to a docs folder? Goes to a docs folder. That's really cool. Really, really like it. I haven't got anything too, kind of constructive criticism to give. This is actually really good. Author, I would suggest probably not needing the author because the author's up here already. But that's really, really good repo. Oh, about GitHub Actions. We didn't check GitHub Actions. And they have actions. Changelog, nice. Greetings, nice. Stale and tests. Let's have a quick look at actually some actions workflows. So what do they run? Let's have a look. My head's in the way. Eddie, move out of the way. They do actually run. They run the build and they run the test. Let's see what they have in the package JSON. Let's see if we can something else that we can run as well. So if you go to the scripts section, and you can do this for other languages. Scripts. So they have tests, which they're running. That's fine. They have a build. Okay, they ran that, I think, as well. They could run the lint, but does the build run a lint? It doesn't. So maybe running the lint as well could be quite useful. So I might leave a note on that. If anyone wants to add that to the GitHub action, they can as well. Loving the community, already putting comments in the issue. Don't forget to also raise an issue on the repo so you get the green squares. Possibly running the linter in GitHub action. Otherwise, that was really good. Okay, I think we're ready for the next one. So now, while I bring up the next one, I'm going to check the comments in the chat and see what happened with the timer. Let's bring up the next one. Okay, paste that here, and I'll share a link for you so you can all kind of catch up and have a look. Let me see. Right, that's on my screen, so you can have a look. What did I miss? Timer is visible. Timer is not visible. You're all confusing me. I have to have a sound effect for that. Yes. Alarm sound effect. Is it visible? Is it not? You gotta kind of not vote for it, but tell me the truth. Oh, it's now visible. We can see it. Timer is visible. Blue bar is mostly invisible on the mobile due to the red progress bar from YouTube. Ah, I see. Okay, thanks, Tom. Oh, maybe I could put it to the top, the blue progress bar. Okay, and I could probably change the blue progress bar color as it goes. Maybe it could be green and kind of go to orange and red. Oh, can someone raise an issue on the support repo maybe, and I will then try and make that changes for next time. Let's have a look. Okay, but that makes sense. Thank you all so much. Link. I did the link before you asked. Yes. I will forget it again in the future. Don't worry. So do keep reminding me. Right, timer is visible but not the blue line. Okay. Okay, cool. Right, so we review the next project. No Radio Eddy today. No, we haven't. Are there people who want to join Radio Eddy? I could put it on. I could try and manage the live stream as well as the Radio Eddy, as well as doing the reviews. It could all go horribly wrong. But if people really want to jump on and say hi, then I'd love to hear from you as well. I'd love to get some new people on Radio Eddy as well. Try and mix it up a bit, let people kind of break the ice of kind of being on a live stream, but not their face, just the audio only. I think would be good. Where's the link? I shared the link. Issues 1145. I did. Don't trick me. Just a few lines further up. Unless Nightbot blocks me. I don't think it does. Okay, so I can see some thoughts already from Tom from a while ago, so that's awesome. The speed of Tom is great. The speed of everyone's much better than me, definitely. Okay, so now hopefully these changes have been made, so we can then give some more feedback on some other things as well. So let's have a look. Instagram clone. Okay, let's have a look. So first things first, I think they need a profile image. I think it looks a bit spammy, and they haven't joined the EddieHub community on GitHub, like the EddieHub organization. So we need to suggest that to them, both of those straight away. Let's have a look. Some thoughts. Thoughts are join EddieHub GitHub org. We'll give a winky face. Okay. Everyone, don't forget, give the video a thumbs up. It helps support the channel, and I promise you it won't cost you anything. Please share it once again. You can't see it. Oh, really? Okay. I can share it again. Here we go. I did share the link. I blame YouTube. Okay, no, I shared the link. I'm going to take a screenshot and show you all afterwards. I'm taking a screenshot, and then in Discord, I'm going to show you afterwards. Okay, there's the screenshot. I've just taken it. So in Discord afterwards, I'm not going crazy, but thank you so much for letting me know that it wasn't shared. I have shared it again, so hopefully you can see it now in the chat. We'll get there. Between us, we'll make this work. We won't let what's the word? Nightbot, whoever's deleting my messages, win. Caleb, can you ask me a question? Sure, I will try and answer it. I need to review some projects, but we'll try and answer it. How do you learn Git and GitHub? Any course or site you recommend? Yes, I recommend my YouTube channel for sure. I don't know if anyone else in the chat recommends that as well. I do actually have a video on kind of a YouTube, let me see, YouTube and my own channel. A bit of self-promotion here. I do have a video, quite a long one, like a 30 minutes video going through GitHub, and I'm going to do a proper deep dive in it as well. Let me know if anything was missing in this video, and I can make a part 2 or go into more details. So here is the I mainly do GitHub stuff. There you go. So hopefully that link hasn't been removed and you can see that. But just check out my channel. We do a lot of GitHub stuff. If anything missing, let me know. Okay, join EddieHub GitHub organization. Suggest having a GitHub profile picture. There we go. Okay, so what have I missed? What is open source? Oh, good question. So so anyone else want to answer that for me? What is open source? Everyone give your thoughts in the chat, and I want to make a few more notes on this, and then I'm happy, and then we can discuss about it. No problem, Caleb. You're welcome. Also, we have our community call tomorrow in our Discord channel, where we have an audio call, so audio only, and we have it at 6 p.m. BST, where you can come and ask any questions you like. You can just give yourself a shout out. It's really just to network with the community and practice your public speaking. And if you want to just listen, you can. If you want to talk for 30 seconds, you also can. And if you want to ask a question, you can do that too. Very, very chilled. Oh yes, I got a free CodeCamp video as well. It's similar to mine, I think. I think mine might be more up to date. I've done it a month later, and I got some feedback and made some improvements. But it's very, very similar. Let's have a look. Open source is community plus contributions in projects. Yeah, the way I kind of describe open source is it's kind of like social coding. So how you have Instagram. Funny enough, we have someone's project behind us called Instagram Clone. But people comment on the photos, they like it, they can share it. It's the same with GitHub. You share your code, people can like it, they can start your project effectively, they can comment on it, but they can do even more. They can make changes to it, and then you can either accept the changes or not. And it's really, really collaborative. And it's not just about code, which I think is a really important thing to highlight. That's why we say in EddieHub, collaboration first, code second. That deserves a level up sound. Let me catch up with the chat. You can start open sourcing at an experience level, also adjusting documentation. Yeah, just get involved in open source, as in your point of view. If you're new to tech or new to open source, your point of view adds so much value because you'll spot things that other people didn't. And so if you want to join our EddieHub community, it'd be great to have you there. I'm not going to tell you how to join, apart from go to eddiehub.org. And if something's not clear, then you can raise an issue, get a green square on your profile, and we can make improvements for the next person. That's kind of why I don't want to tell you too much about EdiHub, because apart from it's awesome, everyone's super inclusive, everyone's super welcoming. But I don't want to say too much about it because if something's not clear, let's make improvements for next time. Okay, awesome. Carl's here. Hey Carl, how you doing? Nap for about 2 hours every afternoon, didn't realize I was exhausted. Glad you're chilling on your vacation. That's really important. Really important. Satvik, awesome to have you here. Okay, cool. Let me review this. Let me set the timer. Right, timer's going. You probably won't see the blue bar. I will make the blue bar higher for next time, or I'll do something with that so it's not hidden behind the YouTube red bar. Okay, so the idea project, I don't know, is this a Java thing? It just seems kind of strange to commit that. But okay, sure it's fine. Sure it's okay. Description, maybe some topics would help, and some releases and only got 5 commits. So maybe releases don't quite make sense, but I suggest maybe hiding it. Oh, I see people have jumped in there straight away. Nice, love that. See how awesome our community is. Just adding value all the time. Love that. So what was I saying? I was saying releases. Hide releases packages if not being used. And wiki as well, actually. Wiki. What else have we got? There's a photo like that. It's really good. Screenshots, not photo, screenshots. You know what I mean. Screenshots. There's quite a few of them. It's getting a little bit on the long side. So you can either make that into a GIF or move it to another file. But as it's only got those in it, I think that's fine. But there's no quick start, like how to set it up. README could benefit from quick start guide. I think that's just so helpful. How to install it. Issues aren't really used either. Don't know what dot's there for. That's an interesting issue. Maybe it's like an Easter egg. Also using the issues section will help people get involved in the project. Will help people discover and get involved, really. Discover and get involved in the project. Okay, how's my timer doing? I kind of, got a bit left on the timer. I'm doing okay. I can read a bit of the chat while that timer's going. What did I miss in the chat? Let me see. If it's a question for me, by the way, put a Q in front of it. Everyone else still answer it, but then hopefully it stands out and I don't miss it. What is the correct name for an issue to get the project reviewed? If they're not descriptive, let us know. We can improve them, but they should list the issue. It should be open source project review or portfolio review or resume review. So whichever one you're doing. I'm very confused. Which project should I choose? Project for what? I'm confused as well. Can I ask you where and how you learnt, and tell us your story, please? Everyone's heard my story so many times. They're probably going to all fall asleep if I do that. But, I really appreciate you asking. Should maybe make a video on it, actually. Maybe I can do that this weekend. Caleb, I will do it this weekend. Actually, do you want to get a green square? Could you raise an issue on our support repo? Let me share a link for you. And raise an issue just saying you'd like to see a video on my story, and I'll create that this weekend. I think that's a really good idea. So let me just not lose my clipboard. Okay, and then I will share this with you as well. So we should have new. You can get an invitation to our GitHub organization. So if you want to be part of our community, and see we've got almost 900 people, almost 850 people, you can join our GitHub org so people can discover you and your projects. And we've got ideas, got profile review. What else we got? There's no video. There's ideas. So if you've got an idea, which is a video, raise that. Let me put that in the chat and raise that idea for a video. I think that's a really good idea. The timer finished. The timer has finished. It's okay. I finished reviewing that one. Let's have a look. No one needs to tell what EdiHub is all about. Get involved and you'll feel it yourself. Okay, Walia, let's bring that up on the screen. That was just well said. Love that. Let's see. I'm going to find it on my screen, how to bring it up. This is the one on I'd love to hear the parts of the story. Yeah, I could maybe do like a longer video on my story. I think, and then you can kind of like skip over them. Maybe I could do like the YouTube timestamp, so you can skip a section if you want to hear about, I don't know, the uni days, or me not being in tech and hating programming and then loving programming and so forth. Let's see. I can't see Kawalia's message. Here we go. No, I found it. Here we go. Let's bring that up. So thank you so much. That's awesome. Okay, who hasn't given the video a thumbs up yet? I'm seeing those numbers. Got more viewers than thumbs up. Hey Kelly, how you doing? Happy Friday. Hope you're doing well. I'm going on and off today, but leaving it open because it's... Thank you, Karuna. Help my stats. Love that. Really appreciate it. Really, really appreciate it. Yeah, Tom's suggestion of searching for a good first issue to get involved in projects is really useful as well. And we're also in our Discord, which is a super awesome Discord. I can bring it over here and share it on the screen. We do have, it's going to be a bit small, but hopefully you'll get the idea. We do have a good first issue and first timers channel where in first timers we share, I can't get them confused which way is which. Yes, a good first issue, we share issues where you can kind of get started in projects and get your green squares, because in Eddie Hub we all want each other to succeed, and I love that. So people are sharing that all the time, and then we chat about it in the first timers chat. So do join our Discord. It's very welcoming, very, very awesome. But do geek out. The more you kind of put in, the more you'll get out. And my clients are in there, and they might notice you, and I know they've noticed a few people already, and they've even contacted a few people as well, which I think is awesome. To say, hey, when you finish uni, let's talk and see if we can, get you a job and so forth. So I think that's just awesome. That's why it's important, as I always say, have your username on Discord, GitHub, LinkedIn, Twitter, etc. the same. If you can, the same profile picture, so people can discover you more easily. Eddie's story is not a nap time. A story should get you open source journey started. Thank you, Karuna. That's awesome. I really appreciate that. My story is not as good as, I think Nick's stories is the best. I'm going to try and get Sarah to write a blog post on Nick's story. I think that might come up next month. But I love hearing everyone's stories, to be honest. Maybe we should start a GitHub discussion and everyone can put a thread for their story. That could be quite a good idea, because I love just... watching rather than reading. But, we can start by reading. And maybe even I could make a video on people's stories. Okay, lots of ideas. Too many ideas today. Too many ideas. But it's good to have ideas, right? It's always good to geek out with you all. YouTube chapters. Oh, is that what they're called? What did I call them? Sections? Timestamps? But yeah, chapters. Thank you. Have to go stream up and running in the background. Thank you, Alex. Alex, good luck with your exams. Do get some rest and take it easy. And thank you so much for leaving the stream up and running. It helps my stats. I really appreciate that. Absolutely. Did I forget about project? I did. Yeah, I think it's because the list was getting quite long. I felt really bad about listing kind of every little thing. So yeah, note it down. Create a discussion for stories. Yeah, let's do it. I think we should. Let's start that now. I'll start it and then you all fill it in. How does that sound? Let's have a look. New discussion. So discussion is going to be not Q&A. Show and tell. Let's have a look. What is your story? Question mark. And then we could say something like, I can improve the description as time goes on, but just to start with, we want to hear your story of how you got into tech and open source. What do you think? Does that make sense? Things you can include. Something like how you got into tech, how you discovered open source. Or so we say Eddie Hub first. How you got into open source, ... People can include more. What do you think? Does that sound okay? Should I start that? Let's start that discussion. And then we can share that on socials. We can share it. Well, maybe not in socials because we would want more Eddie Hub people. Maybe we can share it in Discord. There we go. Let me just share that as well. I'm sharing in Discord now as well. Give me 2 secs. Share your story. Perfect. Okay. Cool. That's now created. I'm going to move that over here just because I need that link again. Let's have a look. Okay, cool. What did I miss? Animesh, hi, how you doing? Awesome to have you here. Can we make a section called chapters with all the stories? Oh, I see what you mean. Do you think under discussions actually have a type called stories maybe? But is it show and tell? I don't know. Then everyone can raise their own discussion. Is that what you're thinking? Would love to hear everyone's stories and journeys. Exactly. I love hearing that. That's why you should all start YouTube channels so I can watch. I'm not very good at reading, so I can watch. Karuna, my story. I code. I go back to hibernation. Karuna, your story is awesome. Really, really is. Maybe make videos with regulars to tell their story. That's a good idea. Would people like that? Would people like to jump on a call with me for like 30 minutes and talk about their story, and we just have a conversation and they can tell me about it. I can maybe ask some questions, and then I can get it edited by my video editor, and then that way it's like super polished, cut out any kind of thing that wasn't, keep the best parts basically. So if we talk for 30 minutes, we probably get 20 minutes of content, and we can chop it down to 10 minutes and have the best 10 minutes maybe out of that. Something like that. We could do that. Would that also help people? I think that would help people get jobs as well, potentially, because, potential people hiring you can see how you articulate, how you speak and so forth, that you can communicate, which I think is really important in tech. We need to be able to communicate. So we could do something like that. I could try and do one video a week in addition to the video that I already do. So I do the tech video already. I could do an additional one video a week with the community if people would find that interesting. That could be quite good. There's so many good ideas. Please, someone raise that as an idea on the support repo. I need to have a look at that. Okay, let me see. Be like a series, public speaking sessions on this topic. Okay, interesting. That's good to know. On my channel, yes, I could do it on my YouTube channel. Get those people have a shout out. Definitely. Oh, okay. In your public speaking session, you spoke about that on the topic. That's true. You did. Open source stories. Yeah, we could do open source stories as a playlist of all of our kind of members who contribute a lot. I mean, say me, write the word me, M-E, in the chat if it's something you'd be keen on doing. Because it's a great idea, but I don't know if there are people who would be maybe too nervous. Hey, look, I'm a friendly person. You can just chat to me about your story. I promise there'll be no test. Let's just chat about how you got to where you are. And then maybe a little bit at the end of the chat, we could also find out where you'd see yourself in 3 years or something. That sounds very interview-esque, though. Maybe not that part. All right, let me see. Vishal, long time. Good to have you here. You still haven't got a profile picture on your YouTube page. I got clients watching this. Make yourself stand out. Let them remember you. So it's great that you're getting involved in the chat, but put a profile picture. I think that'd be really useful. We met in January, Rohan. Yeah, the last few months have gone really fast. I met so many awesome people. Really, really have. Eddie Hub community has really grown because a lot of you have been such great ambassadors in shouting out how amazing Eddie Hub is, and you making it amazing, which is great. Which I love that. Nice. Yeah. I mean, yeah. Even first year, people are surprised. Even my clients reached out to Cushy, and they couldn't believe that Cushy was still a student. And so I think it's just great that you're all growing so fast. I think you're all going to pass me soon. So, remember me when you're all rich and famous. Yeah, open source stories on my YouTube channel as a playlist. I think it's a really good idea. Chevet, what's the difference between a GitHub repository and project? That's a really good question. And I think I always confuse the two. So you have a GitHub repo. The reason why it's called a repo is because in this project, but that makes it more confusing. Originally, it was a repo, and that's kind of what you saw. It was let's go to this project and I'll show you. Let's pick this person's project. You've got all these tabs, you've got all this information, you've got all these links. They weren't there to begin with. It really was this file list of the repo. That's what we had at the beginning. And now it's grown to have issue tracking, pull request, project board, and I'll explain that in a second, wiki, and so much more. So now it's not just about a repo, although we still call it a repo. It's a GitHub. It's a project because you've got so many things. But that's why this is a bit misleading. This project, I don't think they're using it, so there's no examples. Let me go to one of ours that has an example. I think this might have one example. Let me see. No. Let me go to my client repo, Stargate, and that actually has an example. And a project board is like a Trello or Jira board, but obviously much better because it's in GitHub. But if you go to one of these, this is what the project board looks like. And so I think that's where the confusion is. And these are where you put your issues and you can kind of drag and drop them across and all the rest. Okay, I think it's time for us to review this project. I've taken too much time out and got distracted, but it was good distraction. I'm liking this. So I hope someone raised the issue and got the green square on the support repo to do like an open source series or Eddie Hub series. I know we're doing on the blog posts, we are doing it, but it'd be good to actually get people on video, on camera, and really help their kind of accelerate their career. Although no one has written me in the chat, so although you're all thinking this is a great idea and suggesting it, which is great, I love it, none of you are volunteering. Oh, Koalia has said me. Brilliant. Okay, we got one person. That's great. Cool. And Raj is giving their thoughts on what a repo and complete project is. Love that. Do link. Alex, thank you so much. Alex already shared the link. Let's put time on the screen. Let's go. Okay, blue bar's moving. Let's have a look. Right, so this project, did I lose my clipboard? No, I've got it here. We're okay. Okay, here we go. So first impressions, everyone, what do you think? I think it's good. I see issues of 16. That looks good. It's a number. Pull requests, 5 again. Branches 10, getting a little bit on the high side. So some of those, if I click on those, some of those might be kind of stale. Yeah, stale branches 15 months ago. And it's a bit ahead. So there were 6 commits that were added to this. It could have been a spike, like a prototype, like to test something, but it's nothing they weren't going to kind of, not test, experiment, but something they weren't going to bring in. And but it's 837 commits behind, so it's probably like way out of date. I mentioned test, and I was thinking I needed to work a bit more on my battle snake. I need to work more on my battle snake. We should do that on live stream as well. But that could probably be tidied up, I think. So let's make a note of that. Actually, great to see issues and pull requests used. Suggest removing stale branches. What else have we got? There's a nice description. It's got a link, which I think is great. It's got topics. Let's check the Magic Insights community tab. Oh, I haven't got a code of conduct. So someone could hit propose and propose one there. I think that's important, code of conduct. Code of conduct. Some people will not contribute to a project if it doesn't have a code of conduct and a license. So, or even they won't even use it. Forget contributing to it. They won't even use it. So I think those are important. They do have releases, which is really, really nice. I think they write these manually rather than using a GitHub action. Let's check. There are some GitHub actions. Publish the website, upload, and Python package. Okay. But they're not using it to create the release. So they could do that if they wanted to. Really, really nice. The way they put in these screenshots, really good. Animated GIF. Oh, you know I love animated GIFs. Just because not many people use it, it stands out so much. Table of contents is no longer needed because GitHub has this feature here now. So you could kind of get that real estate back potentially if they wanted to. Table of contents is not needed anymore as GitHub has GitHub. What's that? GitHub has this as a feature now. Okay, but that looks good. Installation, documentation, more screenshots. Really, really nice. Quite a long README. I think any longer, it's probably better to move it to a docs directory, but still, this is really good. It's better to have it than not having it. Wow. Really, really good. Great README. Really, really good. PS. Great README. How's that? Anything else I didn't check? How was it? How were the commits? Were they using conventional changelog? Conventional commits? No, they weren't, so they can't use a GitHub action to generate the release and changelog for them. Okay, I think close that, go on to the next one. 20 seconds on the timer. Wow, I'm actually ahead for once. Cool. Let me paste this in so I don't lose it out of my clipboard. And while you're all looking at this, GitHub profile or resume. Let's do a GitHub profile. I've not done a GitHub profile in a while. Let me share the link to this in the chat. Alex has beat me to it. I don't know. And while you're all looking at that, I will catch up with the chat and see what I missed. Let's see. Kiralia got timed out. What did you do, Kiralia? Or was Nightbot being a bit silly? Probably Nightbot. It has its ups and downs. Issue labels are very less, I think, default ones. Okay. 1 minute, Eddie. Thanks for the time. Thanks for the reminder. That's good. Time's over. Time's up. Okay. I think I just got in there, which is good. Okay, cool. Right. Who hasn't given this video a thumbs up? Give it a thumbs up. Okay. Or thumbs down if you want. It all helps with my stats and engagements. Thumbs up's obviously preferred. So let's have a look. What have we got here? Animated GIF, do like that. And just having one, not too many. I think I have probably too many on my profile. Should probably improve those. Technologies, GCP, Azure. Looks good. Latest blog posts. Oh, I probably need to do latest blog posts in my README as well, actually. That's a good point. I should make some notes on this myself. Looks good. Lots of green squares. I think it looks really good. Where does this go? If you click on this link, it goes to their website. Okay, awesome. And if you click on this, locations, it goes to Google Maps. Okay, it goes to Google Maps. I think if you give too many kind of call to actions, then you kind of distract people, I suppose. So maybe that one isn't needed, that link. But that link's good. Latest blog posts. The badges don't match in colors and so forth and style. I don't like that personally. But some people might. Some people have given feedback already, so this is great. Some people have already give some feedback, which I think is really, really good. That's why our community is so awesome. That's why you're all so awesome. Oh, timer. Thank you, Alex. Is it going? No, it's not going. It's going now. Damn it. Okay. Can't believe I forgot the timer. Share the link. I did share the link. I think I shared the link. I'm pretty sure I did. Okay, let's have a look. Maybe remove the link for the Google Maps as it is another call to action that could be distracting. Just my thoughts on this, really. The badges. Badge styles do not match. What else? This is not my real graph. Like, that's really good. I do like that. That is nice. Like a caveat, that is not my graph. I think that's probably obvious, but I like it that you've written it as well. I think that's really, really good. GitHub followers batch in profile. I guess you mean badge. Yeah, the GitHub followers 318, 300, probably not needed. You're right. That's a duplicate, I suppose. GitHub followers badge is a duplicate. Might be distracting. Unless they think it's really valuable and they're really proud of the 318. And so they want it to be in two places. And that's fine if it is, I suppose. But yeah, I think it looks good. I think there's a bit of real estate wasted on the right of the blog post and this graph. So maybe if they could be put side by side. I don't know what you think. Possibly put blog post links and what do we call that? Is that like a graph and GitHub stats? Oops. And GitHub stats graph next to each other to save space. Otherwise, it looks good. I hope I added some value on that one. Have any of you? 2 minutes ago. Nice. Look at that. 2 minutes ago as well from Tom Rohan. Is great. Really, really nice. Great to see the support from everybody. Brilliant. Okay, timer. How am I doing? I think the 1 minute hasn't even come up yet. I'm doing good. Awesome. Okay, refresh this. Gives me a moment to bring up the next bit. Okay, same person. I'll leave this for another time. I'm not going to go do someone twice in a row. Let's have a look. Okay, we've got another profile to do. Here we go. Okay, let me share a link. Share the link. And I'll stop the timer. Well, I need to finish the timer so before we start the next one. I don't know how to reset it. So let's leave that going while I check out your comments in the chat and see. Alex, bye. Thank you so much for joining. And are you joining our calls tomorrow, Alex? The sponsors call and the community call? Hopefully I'll catch up with you tomorrow. Oh, Karuna's not going. Okay, cool. Karuna, how is your Battlesnake bot? I really need to work on mine. I need to find some time to work on that. Alex, shameless self-promotion. Mods can do that. That's fine. What to write in the achievement section of a resume if someone doesn't have many? You got to make some achievements. Achievements don't have to be these grand schemes. An achievement is something that you're proud of. So if you've made your first open source contribution, that's an achievement. The first contribution is the hardest. And if you want some help with making a contribution, join our Discord. It's free, it's inclusive, it's fun, we collaborate, we have regular calls with the community. The community is so great, they organize their own weekly public speaking calls for practice, which is just epic. Let me see. Yeah, so I think you can make some achievements. And I think by chatting, again, I'm kind of shameless plug again for Eddie Hub. But by chatting to people in the community, you'll see what they're putting down. We've actually got an achievements channel. So you'll see what people are posting for their achievements. And then you could say, oh, I've done that. That's an achievement for me. I could put that on my resume. I could share that in the Discord channel. So for example, if you complete someone's course, like a Udemy course or something like that, then that's an achievement. And I think if you really want to stand out, the best thing to do is when you complete someone's course, take like 3 tips that you learned from the course that you thought were real golden nuggets and share that on social. And I guarantee you the author of the course will retweet it, and then you're getting publicity in their network and you're growing your network and you're helping their network by sharing the 3 tips from the course that you learned, like the 3 favorite ones, or 5, as many as you want. Alex, did you delete your GitHub link? I was only joking. You can share it. Creating an issue is an achievement, but it is for some people. Some people are so nervous about creating issues that the first few are achievements, and that's fine. And I think as you get 1 or 2 achievements, the other achievements kind of grow afterwards. So we need to celebrate whatever our achievements are. We don't want to compare ourselves to other people. We should compare ourselves to ourselves. Are we better than we were last week or last month? If yes, that's an achievement. Yeah, I hope you can make it tomorrow too, Alex, as well. Level up for finishing in time. Level up. Level up. And I get a coin. There we go. Okay. Is it... the writing's really small on my screen. Is it... I don't know how to pronounce your name. Willie? I just know the bare minimum about Git and GitHub. No GitHub actions, no organizations and management. Don't worry. That's how we all start. We were all there. And you're just building it. GitHub, imagine when I started on GitHub many, many years and moons ago, you didn't have all these tabs on the top. So I've had the, I guess, disadvantage of not having all these features from a lot of my kind of career, but the advantage is I got to see these changes as they came in like one by one, so therefore it wasn't so scary. I appreciate now when you get onto this, it is like pretty scary, and that's why I did that YouTube video of walking people through what GitHub is, how to what these sections are and how to use it and best use it and so forth. How to learn working on GitHub from zero to hero. Any resources? My YouTube video. There's one on my channel. I've done also another one on Free Code Camp. I think I did one on Brad's channel as well. So there's a few. And I'm going to be doing a lot more. So let me know what you need. The more specific your questions are, the better I can make my videos. Alex has shared it again. I'm joking. Leave it there, Alex. Don't delete it. Wait, I heard my name. Missed the question. Sorry. Oh, I was just talking about battle snakes, how your battle snake was going on. I need to find time to work on mine. So that's fine. I'd like to tell everyone, as soon I'm going to have 1,000 GitHub contributions in the first 6 months after I created the account. Awesome. Well done. Well done. Okay, we've been going for an hour now. Maybe we should start. I was going to look at this profile. So we'll look at this profile now, and then we'll start looking at your profiles. Let's give all of you a shout out for being here, because you've all been freaking awesome. So get your profiles ready, all your projects, but ideally profiles, and we'll give us a shout out on the live stream. But remember, most of you won't be able to share links, so just share your username or your username / the project name. Right. It's eating walls again. Yeah, mine eating walls. My battle snake eating walls all the time as well. Link for the video. Thank you. Okay, perfect. Yes, let me share a link to this. Did I not share it? I thought I did. Okay, here's a link. Oh, link to the video, not link to the issue. Okay. YouTube. That's me, Eddie. And then this is the video down here. So I've got lots of Git commands. I've got interviews with people and their journeys. Got hackathons that I went to before the pandemic. But let me go to, I got a second YouTube channel for 1 minute kind of tips as well if you want. But let me bring out the GitHub one as well. Here we go. Here's the GitHub one. Here we go. There's a link for the video. My bad, I shared the wrong thing. Okay, let's have a look. I love it how the community is giving feedback already. What have we got? That's really, really clean. I do like that. Kind of their setup, their screen. Oh, I didn't start the timer. Let me start the timer. Okay, there's a timer going. Their kind of their cartoon setup matches mine, kind of. So I'm quite chuffed with that. They're part of the Eddie Hub organization. Yes. Let's have a look. I think it's really, really clean. I really like it. Yes. I think they copied this from Kiwalia, or was it Alex? I really like this. This is awesome. I really like the use of the real estate, because it's not just stacked under each other. They've made a thought. They've really thought about like laying it out really, really well. So I think that's really, really good. I think this is great. I hope this is in our awesome GitHub profiles repo, because this is something I want to borrow some ideas from. I think it's really good. What do you all think? If only the pandemic was open source, it would have fixed everything by now. That's true. Very, very true. Yes, setup's identical to mine. Let's bring some of these up on the screen, because these are awesome. When people are watching the playback, they can actually see it. I'm hiding behind here. Okay. And this one as well. This one made me laugh, definitely. Yeah, I think it's really good. Banner may be slightly on the big side if they could reduce the banners slightly, but otherwise I think it's great. Really, really great. Small suggestion. I reduce the banner height as it takes a lot of the page. That's it, really. It's really good. I kind of grouped it, front end, back end, DevOps. Really like that. I need to borrow some of these ideas. Okay, I'll actually make a note of that. I need to borrow some of your profile ideas. I think it's really good. Well done. Okay, yeah. I see on dark mode it looks different. Let's close that. Okay, awesome. Shall we review some of yours now? How did the timer go? I thought start it again. Damn it. Okay, so let's have a look at some of yours. So people stick your profiles, your GitHub username in the chat, and let's go check them out and give you a shout out. Hopefully we get some different people to last time as well. I know we've got the usual suspects who are here, and I always love looking at your profiles and see how they evolve over time. But it'll be really good to see some new peoples as well. We'll get them into the Eddie Hub world and show them how awesome it is. So who have we got? Who haven't seen in a while in the chat? Chevet, share your GitHub username in the chat. Minal, I think I've seen your profile recently as well, but I still want to see it again. Share it in the chat as well. And then while we're waiting, we can always look at Alex or Kewalia's or Karuna's, Kunal's as well. And then if I miss yours in the chat, just keep resharing it. I'll eventually get around to it. Raj, I think, is new. Do share your GitHub profile. The tech untitled, okay. Let's have a look. Animesh as well. Let me scroll down the chat, see who's shared. Mine is not ready to view yet. It's always ready. Even if you create like a GitHub customized GitHub profile with nothing, like the default that it puts in, which I think is a hello and a wave, it's still ready to be reviewed. Because once you've created that repo, other people can start making changes and contributing and so forth. Kunal, come on, share it. Karuna's profile's been reviewed so many times. Okay, well, let's bring it up anyway again. I'll share mine first, and then we'll bring up Karuna's. Mine, I think, actually, you should all criticize mine. Not criticize. Give constructive criticism to mine. Don't forget to drop me a follow. I'm only at 2.6k. We need to get that to beat my Twitter numbers as well. I think these two animated, I think they need to go. I don't think that having two animated is good. The more I've looked at people's profiles, the more I've realized if they've got two animated, it's kind of a bit distracting. So I probably need to remove that. I probably want to get some more testimonials. Maybe I can make that collapse. I want to get my blog posts and my latest YouTube videos on here as well. I think of a GitHub action. I think that could be quite good. But let me know your thoughts. Raise issues in the repo. It will be really, really useful. Okay, who are we going to bring up? Kunal have shared theirs. Okay, awesome. Let me bring it up on the screen. GitHub. That looks good. See, you've got a banner. That's pretty cool. Where did you get the banner from? Did you make that yourself? That's really cool. And you've got welcome and you've got connect with me. I think that's really good. I think that's great. So a quick look at your Twitter and your LinkedIn. Nice. Looks good. We're not connected. Let's connect on LinkedIn. There you go. I sent you a LinkedIn invitation. But this looks really good. We need to get you some more green squares. But no, it's looking good. I mean, more recently, you've definitely been getting some green squares. Look at these. 24 in one day. Nice. Now, this looks good. Really, really good. Yeah, I like it. You've got pinned repos. Looks great. Kunal, really good. Looking forward to seeing how this evolves with time. Let's bring up the next one. Rohan's. Collaboration first, code second. You need Eddie Hub, not Eddie Hub, Hubber like speaking it. I think we've got GitHub, Eddie Hub. In the branding, is there one? There isn't one speaking it. Maybe we should get one made where it's kind of like talking, so you can add it. I suppose you could put that on the right of it and then have an arrow pointing towards it if you wanted to. Okay, get distracted with that. Well, it looks really good. I like it. Keep contributing. Really, really good. It reminds me of like Clippy from like Windows 95 or whatever it was. Great. It's great that you've got these side by side. You're making use of space. Maybe with the programming languages and front end web development, you could put those side by side as well. Again, save a bit more real estate. And maybe put these two, like obviously you have to make one smaller, but put them side by side as well. Save a bit more real estate. But this is good. Look at your last, was it 2-3 months? Really, really good. Pull request, commit. Maybe do some more code reviews because that is still a really important skill to have. So that's one thing I would suggest. Kunal, you're welcome. I got the banner from someone else's profile. Okay, got you. My green square, please, credits to you. Okay, you're welcome. No, it's credits to you. I just want to start the conversation and hopefully get the community kind of helping each other and moving forward. So yes, credits to yourselves. I can't do the work for you. You have to do it. So credits to all of you. Alberto, hi, how you doing? Good to have you here. Hubbers for hubbers. Hubbers win. Eddie, if there's no green squares, your teeth will have cavities. Should be a collaboration between toothpaste companies and open source. That's true. Most toothpaste is blue, though. Then we might have to talk to them about that. Green square a day keeps Eddie away and also keeps cavities away as well. Like brushing your teeth, exactly. Okay, this looks cool. I think I'm connected to you on LinkedIn. Let's have a look. We are, number one, first. Cool. Okay, who else have we got? No one else. Well, if no one else wants to share their GitHub repo, GitHub profile, then I might go get myself some dinner. It is dinner time in here in the UK. I know it's late there in IST in India. I know we have some people. I think Kelly was from West, so the US, I think West Coast. I forget exactly where. And Alberta, where are you from? Let us know which time zone you're in as well. I love to know where people are from. It's so awesome. And hopefully I'm going to come and all visit you as well. Definitely want to take all my camera gear and kit and go live stream with you all around the world. 10:30. Okay, yeah, bedtime. Get some rest and you got ready for the weekend. Yeah, today's less people. It's fine. 23 people is fine. For me, it's not about the amount of people. It's about the engagement in the chat. And I think that's what's important. I would rather have, only 5 people on the live stream watching, but being engaged in the conversation, having a chat like we are now. I think that's much more important. Whereas I see other people have 200 people watching and no one's talking in the chat. And it's kind of like a webinar. And who wants a webinar? I want to kind of hang out and chill with all of you because 1, you're all cool. And 2, I get to learn things as well from all of you and get to be made aware of your projects, your profiles, anything. So, and answer some of your questions and so on. So yeah, for me, I'm not worried about the numbers. Just everyone give it a thumbs up. I'm happy. That's all good. 32 likes today. Yep, 32 likes is good. And 2 super chats. So that was great. Yeah, that's cool. I'm happy to geek out with you all. Okay. What's everyone doing this weekend? Let me know. We do have our community calls tomorrow, so don't miss out on that. Let me get a link for that as well. It's a bit more information. I need to probably update that webpage. But we have... let me get a link and share it in the chat. Community call, here we go. There's the community call link. It's in 23 hours or just under 24 hours. So we will all be on a call together. Here we go. Deshraj, do I evaluate projects and give suggestions? Yes, we've done quite a few project reviews and give feedback and suggestions. So let me show you where you can find that. If you go to the Eddie Hub organization, which you can join, by the way, but on the support repo at the top, you can go to the issue section. And then if you go to new, I've got some video ideas. Thank you for raising those. Those are perfect. I go to new issue and you can say GitHub profile review or ideas if you've got a video idea that you want me to create. But also you can get invited to the GitHub organization, just raise an issue, open source project review, portfolio review, and resume review. Oh, I noticed we're not consistent with that naming. Portfolio review, so we don't use hyphen anywhere, so we need to fix this one. Resume review, we need to fix that one. Okay, I fix that right now. But that's what you need to raise. Let me send you a link to this. Just raise the one and we can review it in a future live stream. By the way, I like your new website. It looks cool. Thank you very much. I used low code for that. I had to have a video on it, so I did kind of cheat. I didn't code it. But it allowed me to move a lot faster and get a lot more features really quickly. Thanks, Kunal. Yeah, it's just like open source, being a content creator. Whatever we're doing is like brushing our teeth, as Karuna mentioned. Being consistent, little and often. I think that's the important one. Almost hit 20,000 subscribers on YouTube. We'll have to let me do a victory sound. We'll have to do 20,000 live stream party, and we'll do some giveaways. I'll think of some giveaways that we can do. Okay, so while you're raising that your project, I'm just going to fix that template. So I think one of those issue templates, was it resume review was hyphenated, I think. So if I go into edit, yes. So the other ones weren't hyphenated. So let's just change that. And so if I commit that now, renamed, I'll say fix, issue template rename to be consistent. I commit that. If we go back to the issues, that should now be consistent. Well, hey, I got a green square. Yes. Alberta says, I'm thinking of starting an open source project focused on messaging with gRPC and Golang. Where do you recommend I start? Repo styling, documentation, maybe diagrams? Just start. I think like a good project to look at is, again, my client project. It's not a big coding project, and that's purposely that way. But I've set it up quite, like what I'd say, in like using the best practices. It's not perfect. I'm making still tweaks and improvements all the time. But you can see that we're using issues, we're using labels, and we're using the open source label standards, which you can do, which you can get really easily using GitHub Action, and you can just use copy and paste the YAML code. I'll show you that in a second. We've got the GitHub Action badges and a screenshot of the project. We're also, using Docker. So if I go to the packages, you can see that it says the latest is 0.8.0. And if you look in the releases, it's also 0.8.0. But one thing that's also really cool is you get a changelog. This is all created and generated automatically. So I would set these up from earlier on. Therefore, as you add new features to your project, it's less to tweak these automations if you need to, not all the time, but you can see bugs with links to the issue, links to the commits and the features, and it bumps all the versions all automatically. So yeah, let me share this in the chat. Did I share it already? I can't remember if I did. I didn't share it in the chat. Let me share it to the chat, and have a look at this project. And it's don't look at the code, because that's not something I'm kind of keeping up to date at the moment, but just how the project is set up. So we've also got a docs folder, and the docs folder gets deployed to GitHub Pages. So you can see we've got GitHub Pages down here as well, which is pretty cool. And what else do we have? If I show you the GitHub Actions, actually let me go to the actions first. So these are the actions we have running: changelog and releases that I mentioned, the docs getting deployed, the issue labels, so you can have that as well on yours. Stale bot, just to make sure as anything old gets kind of closed. We run the tests and linters and so forth, and we publish the Docker image. But let me show you how you can do that. Most of those you can literally copy and paste. So go to workflows. Let's take the labels, for example. If you want those labels in your project, you can just copy and paste this and put it in the same path with the same name, and it will just work. On your next commit or merge to your default branch or main branch in this case, you'll get all the labels existing for you. And even like releases, that's why I don't understand why more people don't do these automations. If you want the changelog, and you've got to be using conventional, your commit messages have to be using conventional commit style, but you can literally just copy this. The only thing you might need to change is the secrets, because I'm not using the default secret, because you cannot have one action trigger another action if they're using the same secret. So I've created another secret for this with specific permissions, but so for the deployment can happen afterwards, because I've got to deploy to a Kubernetes cluster. And this creates the release. But that's the only thing you need to change potentially is the keys. But if you've only got one action running, then you can just use the default keys. But even like Docker, what we do is we push we create the Docker file, we create the Docker container, we push it to the GitHub container registry, and then we deploy to Kubernetes cluster. I need to go get a drink. These lights, they get hot. They get really hot. I cut my hair a bit, and then I won't get so warm. I think I might get a tan on my head. So yeah, and that deploys to Kubernetes as well, which is just awesome. So I can kind of bring Discord over and show you. So if I go into the bot chat, let me make this a bit bigger. Oh, that's just did not work as I planned. And if I typed, I think it's Stargate version, you should see 0.8, and that matches what we had on here. So it's just all in sync. The Docker container that's built, the one that's deployed to Kubernetes, the release that got created, they're all in sync. And again, I think that'd be really good to do it that way if that works. What have I missed in the chat? Let me see. Can I suggest a project on C++? I can't. I'm not in that space. However, in our Discord, we do have some people who are in the C++ space. That'd be better to make a suggestion. Did I miss anything? Pradnav says, just join the community. Cool. Yeah, join the call tomorrow. You can ask more questions. But Alberto, to answer your question, anything you can do to have a good foundation for your open source project, it will really, really help. And these will get updated as you go along. So let's see. I'm not going to review any more projects, I don't think now, or profiles. But do submit it so I can review it for the future. Rohan giving themselves a bit of a shout out. Connect on Twitter. Let's have a look. GitHub. Oh, good, Kunal. Good question. What are GitHub Actions? And I see Andrew is joining us at the end of the live stream, or late as always. Is setting up a GitHub Action this week. So a GitHub Action is an automation when something happens. So anything happens on GitHub, you choose what it is. I do have a video on this, by the way, but if an issue is created, if an issue is updated, if a pull request is created, if something's merged into one branch or any branch or certain branches, or there's a release created, any event, anything that happens on GitHub can trigger an action. So that's like the beginning of the process. And then what you do is entirely up to you. There's loads of actions already pre-built. And if there isn't one that does what you want, you can write your own. So we have, if I go back to our community organization, we actually have some custom actions we've written. So the labels action is completely new, custom. So if I go to the action YAML, we wrote this. So this didn't need any code. This just needed YAML. This is what we do. So the action will do these 3 steps, which is just running CLI commands. But if I go to another one we have the HTML table generator from JSON. It generates this table. And that is actually written in JavaScript like this. So you could do so much, and you can even have an action run in a Docker container, so you can have and do anything that you want. We also do have our community action that it's got 2 actions in here actually. It's got the welcome as well as the stats. The welcome puts in a reply to anyone who raises an issue or a pull request, and the stats one, for example, what it will do, it actually writes the stats, the event, if it was like a reaction or creating an issue, to the Firebase database. But we're moving away from that. We're going to have this action go via our API and store it in the data stacks, which is a Cassandra database. Loads of things you can do with GitHub Actions. Okay, let's have a look. What actions were you going to make, Andrew? Let me read. When you merge the release branch, it will create the change log, tag the code, and create a GitHub release with a change log and artifact. So much fun. Yeah, just copy and paste mine. Dead simple. Really, really easy. Not the first time to do it wasn't easy, but once you kind of got an example, it's really easy to use it. Can you automate your work with the help after committing, creating an issue, many more? Oh, Rohan was answering it. Yeah, exactly. Alberto says, thanks, no problem. Yeah, great template. It's a good repo to use as an example. I'm sure there's still improvements to make to that repo, and I'm happy to make them. I'm adding to it all the time, and then using that as examples for my other repos and so forth. Can I name any repos for good open source projects for React.js? Not for React.js. We do have some React.js people in our community, but so do join a Discord and ask them. They'll be able to help you out. I don't do React. Got bitten too many times by it. Kunal, you're welcome. Finishing work calls 5 minutes ago. Yeah, I had no calls today. It was brilliant. No work calls. So good. Although I did discover today what it's like to sit in traffic. I wanted to go down the road to get a roof box put on my car before we moved to Portugal. And you enter, there's a, like, I don't know, half a kilometer where you enter this like one-way system in Woking. And if you get stuck there, you cannot get out. You cannot turn anywhere. But anywhere else, you kind of turn around. Because like there for 2 hours because of some accident or something up ahead. So I couldn't get what I needed done, the roof box put on the car. But imagine I went like 4 kilometers down the road and it took me 2 hours. And all I did was just come straight home afterwards. So yeah, that wasn't good fun. I now remember what it's like to sit in traffic, and I'll never sit in traffic again to go to work. Remote for the win. Definitely. So if we use Docker image of the action in our project, we can use them, right? Yeah, you can. It's so flexible. So you can use, you can create a Docker image for your project from a GitHub action, but you can also use a Docker image on a GitHub action. I think I've got an example somewhere. Let me see. Do I have an example on this one? No, not that one. This one. Let me see if I go to workflows. Not this one. Actually, if I go to our API project, it's using Nest.js and Stargate. In our GitHub action, we where is it? When we run the tests. When we run the tests, we actually use a service because we don't want to test against the serverless DataStax' service is called Astra. We don't want to test against the one in the cloud. There's a serverless database in the cloud, freaking epic. Go check it out. There's a link in this README. Yes, but we don't want to do our automated tests against the database in the cloud because we eat into our free allowance of like 40 gigs and 30 million reads and 5 million writes or something like that. So what we do is we create they've got a Docker container for their database. So therefore we use this. So we say it's a service and we open these ports and then we can just use that locally for the test. So our Docker container can then link to another Docker container as in a GitHub action. Freaking awesome. It's just so flexible. Absolutely love it. But I will, let me see if I can share this link as well. If there is an example, but there's a sign up. There isn't a sign up link in here either. Let me, I should fix that. I thought I did have that there. No, let me fix that. Running app locally. Here we go. And we edit the README. Under the badges, sign up to data for free. And link, let me get it from the Stargate repo, which is here. Actually, you know what? You can get the doing live update. Here we go. I want that link. Actually, you know what? If I hit edit, although I won't edit this one, but I can just copy and paste it. It's so much easier. Copy and paste, definitely much better. And I need to add it to that project anyway. So you all reminded me, so that's great. So thank you. I just need to find where I had it now. Here we go. If I copy that. And then paste it in here. Data stack. So it's docs. I put docs so it won't create. Oh, it's behind me. I put docs so it won't create a release from this because I don't think it needs a release. So if we go docs and we say data stacks sign up link. Here we go. So if I create that. I can share this. You can see how to do that. And that, don't forget, that was in GitHub folder workflows, and then it was in build. That's the where we had that example. But you can use any, even multiple Docker containers within the action. Hey Nick, how you doing? How was the Twitter space? What was the topic on, and is it still ongoing? Can I join shortly, or have I missed it now? It was very quiet not having you on here, Nick, and having you as on Radio Eddie, and some people wanted to join, apparently. So, oh yes, and I see Koalia says Praveen for React. Yes, go check out Praveen's YouTube channel for React stuff. Let me bring that up. Praveen Science. Yes, lots of React stuff going on there, definitely. And Praveen is also in our Discord, so you can chat to Praveen there as well if you have any questions. Let me catch up with the chat. What did I miss? Want to learn GitHub Actions, where to start? Ashish, how do I pronounce that right? My YouTube channel is a good place. And if there's something missing, let me know. I'll create a video on it. The feedback from the community really helps me to know what videos to make. Andrew's advice of just start and to make tweaks and customize and so forth later on is a good idea. What about game development? Battlesnakes? I need to work on my Battlesnake. How's my Battlesnake doing? Very, very badly. Did I get a super chat from someone? I just see my numbers have jumped up. Oh, thank you, Nick. I think the number on the other screen jumped up faster than this one. Nick, thank you so much. Really, really appreciate that. Always dropping in the super chats and always helping. So on that note, I'm going to have to give Nick a super shout out because he never gives himself a shout out. So before I do that, I thought it was Battle Snake, or maybe it was called something else. But before I do that, let me do this before I forget. Go check out Nick's profile. Nick has lots of awesome projects. Also, BeckerBot was written by Nick as well, and it's open source, so do go check out. Nick has 222 followers on GitHub. Let's make it 240, if not 50, before the end of the stream. So links in the chat. Awesome. Okay. I'm a beginner. What would you recommend for me to learn? When you say beginner, is this for GitHub Actions, or is this for web development? Is this for front end, back end? If you can be a bit more specific, that would help. I wanted to ask those 22 members how they can control their feelings to interact with us and Eddie. I'm not sure what you mean, Rohan. Oh, because they don't get involved in the conversation. Maybe they're just shy. We'll encourage them into the conversation, especially on Discord as well. Yeah, Nick's always helping the community out. Yeah, Nick's BeckerBot is taking over EddieBot, so I need to, work on EddieBot a bit more. My Battlesnake one is not looking very good because I haven't worked on it in ages. But I have got it running with Cucumber automated test, which I think is awesome. Let me see. Oh, there we go. I saw it. Snake node. I missed it. But let's just change it to type and just go to public. And then I did see it somewhere. I think this is the one. Yes. Is this the one? Cucumber. I've got it in a branch. Why is it in a branch, Eddie? So yes, I do have Cucumber test for my Battlesnake, yet it doesn't move. I do some checks. I run this and I say, for example, so there's a timeout of 500 milliseconds, which obviously it will answer back in time. We've got a version number and we've got what turn it is, and then it should say it should move up. But really I need to get some positions of the other potential positions of the other snakes and the walls, and then I need to write some code to make my snake move away from it or towards it, and then I got some automated tests. So I really need to work on this. I think that is something I should do, maybe on a live stream. I don't know if people would be interested in seeing me struggle to do this. And then I know you've all got battle snakes as well, so we can all fight against each other too and see. Okay, 11 o'clock. Good night, Rohan. Get some rest. Awesome. I think it's a good place for me to drop off as well. Thank you all so much for joining. I am going to get some dinner. Deshraj, I will just quickly answer your question about beginner in web dev. I would recommend, I should create a video on that actually. But I would recommend start off with HTML, then CSS. You don't have to be perfect in these. Just do enough HTML to kind of get you moving forwards. And then do enough CSS again to get you moving forwards. And then JavaScript. And I think with that, you can build websites, web apps, mobile apps, desktop apps, APIs. You can do so much. So I think from that, you could do so much. PiggyBot. I haven't heard of that one. I don't know. I want to Google it. Is it safe? I'm not falling for that one. Share a link in Discord and I'll check it out after the live stream. I'm not familiar with that one. Everyone, before we go, give the video a thumbs up. It really helps support the channel. It's free, won't cost you anything. And thank you all so much for joining. Have a great weekend. I'll see you on our community call tomorrow, 6 p.m. BST. yeah. Bye, everyone. Thank you so much for joining. Have I got a drum roll? No, I haven't got a sound effect. Just one little sound effect.